Good day, good day. Be not afraid. What's happening? You are early. Happy Thursday. What's going on with the hair? We got a situation. I think we got a situation brewing with the hair. Oh, this shirt's not going to work either, is it? Well, what are we going to do? What's happening? Be not afraid. How are you? Welcome, Sherry D. What's shaking? What is shaking? What is happening? Cabruno, what's happening? Have they made you SVP of AI yet? I think it's coming. Prediction. Before the new year, you might get called into a meeting. I'll be right back. All right. Let's get rocking and rolling. We're rocking, we're rolling, and we're rocking. All right, got the Slinky patent shirt on. Look, they even patented the fact that it can go downstairs. All right. Oh, love that one. Freaks me out every time. Oh, I'm itchy. What is happening, people? Welcome to the AI Learning Lab. We have a lovely little hedgehog here from Sherry. Sherry made this hedgehog. She shared it. Oh, very nice, Sherry D. Thank you for the little boo. The little boo-boo. She made this and shared it in the Irregulars channel on Discord, which I'm going to talk about. I figured out a way to... This has been happening kind of organically, but if you're a subscriber to the channel now, I've figured out a way that I can automatically assign you the Irregulars Discord channel. So there's a private channel on the AI Salon Discord, which I'll talk about. But if you're a subscriber to the channel, you get that. You get priority for questions you ask and things like that. So I'm excited to talk about that tonight. Champy's here. Hey, buddy. Let me close the door. Go lay down. Lay down. Lay down. Yeah. That's a good boy. All right. Totally out of my comfort zone. Your video. You did great. It was awesome. Slinky themed t-shirts. That's a niche market for sure. Well, it's more like it's like a patent themed one. Yeah, I know. I like this shirt a lot. It's good. There's a couple other ones. There's a toilet paper one of this, the toilet paper roll, which whenever anyone tells me that the toilet paper should go behind the roll, not in front of the roll, no. Go look at the patent drawing. It's in front of the roll. Don't give me that behind the roll crap. Welcome, everyone. This is the AI Learning Lab. So my name's Kyle Shannon. I'm an entrepreneur and co-founder and CEO of a company called Storyvine, which is an automated video storytelling platform. We're rolling a bunch of AI into that, doing some fun work with AI on that. I am not a mathematician or a data scientist, but I am deeply interested in AI, and especially I was an entrepreneur in the early days of the World Wide Web. I was co-founder of a company called Agency.com, which was one of the early digital agencies. And this AI stuff feels a lot like the early days of the web, but faster and more profound. So So I've been coming here night after night, sharing, doing what I can to talk about AI, answer questions, demo stuff. So if you have questions about it, pop it in the comments below. Do me a favor, if you would, share the live so we can get some people in here, and follow the channel if you want. We need some talking. All right, it's behind. It'll rip. Da-da-da-da. Okay, so here's what we'll do. We will start where we normally start, which is with what if you don't know anything about this AI stuff? What if you're like, I don't know where to start, Kyle? What do I do? Where do I start? What is this stuff? Why is everyone talking about it? Isn't it just like fancy Google? Sorta. Sorta. Except then it's not at all. There's a way you can use it where it feels like fancy Google. Sherry D, thank you for sharing the live. That's great. It's the Slinky patent. Now I get it. That's in fact a great idea. Yeah, no, isn't it cool? Look, here's the stairs. And this is, I wonder if this is where they got the idea for Q*bert. Remember the video game Q*bert? AI Learning Lab and Sound Effects channel. If you're new to this AI stuff, if you're really trying to figure it out and figure out what the big deal is and why everyone's talking about it and what's going on, I'm gonna give you a hand here. Now, if you have used it, get ready. There are 7 slides of resources here. All right? Get ready to screenshot. You don't have to write all these down. We need some key messages for what orgs should ask agencies about where they are with AI. I'm happy to talk about that. The agencies aren't going to like the questions I'm going to give you to ask them. Oh my God, I show up right as you started with the funny noises. What were you doing with your stomach? Oh, hey, Monique, it's my co-founder. I was just showing them. I was showing, this is the Slinky patent, and they have the stairs where the Slinky's going down the stairs. And then I said, I wonder if that's where the game Q*bert got its idea, because Q*bert was this isometric 3D cubes that this little dude jumped around, and it looks just like that. So that was it. Say hi to Monique. She's my co-founder at Storyvine. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. If you're brand new to this AI stuff, the only thing you really need to, if you're just starting, just start with the ChatGPT, the one on the far left there on the top, chat.openai.com. A little color coding on my charts here. I picked out of each chart the one that I think is the one that I think is most valuable right now. These things are changing dramatically. So ChatGPT is the one to start with. ChatGPT is now actually 8 or 9 different applications. There's all these different modes in it. They all do different things, and most of them are quite remarkable. So just go start playing with ChatGPT. All those extra modes are only available if you have a ChatGPT Plus account, but even just basic ChatGPT is really good. Then you got Claude, Bard, and Bing. Those are your top 4. These are the ones that are not going away. They're going to get better and better and better. In fact, Bard is about to get really good when Google announced, or when they release this thing called Gemini, which is rumored to be better than ChatGPT 4. I'll believe it when I see it. Okay, that's that one. The next thing, screenshot this. So these are other important large language models. Perplexity is good for research. Pi, especially the iOS app, put it in conversation mode and you can talk to it. You literally just talk and it answers. You just have a conversation. You don't have to hit the submit button, anything. It's connected to the internet, and it's from this company called Inflection that just raised $1.3 billion. So I think they're going to be a major player. Poe is getting better and better and better. It's got a bot maker. It lets you play with like a dozen different large language models, including the Llama models and the Bard's Palm models and Claude and ChatGPT and a bunch of stuff. So it's really good. All right. Image creation. Midjourney for the past 2 years has been de facto the best of the image generation tools. And then they're getting a little sleepy, although I did just see they just released a new version of the website where you can view the art that you've created on their Discord channel, which is the only way you can make art right now. I think they're about to release a website where you can make art. So just pay attention to Midjourney. It's really good. If you want high quality art, it's Midjourney. DALL-E 3 is my new darling right now because DALL-E 3 now lives inside ChatGPT. You don't have to learn image prompting. All you have to do is like have a conversation about whatever. Write a children's book or a marketing plan or a social media concept or a social media headline and then have it generate the image. It's amazing. I'll likely demo that tonight. Firefly is really good. It hasn't been trained on any copywritten material, so if you're in a big company, the Adobe products are really good for generative AI stuff. Not as good as the ones that have been trained on copywritten material. Isn't that funny? But if your bosses are a little concerned about you getting your and then Leonardo.ai is really powerful sitting on top of Stable Diffusion. All right, so that's image generation. Oh, and prompt book, that thing on the bottom, openart.ai/prompt book. That will teach you how to talk to these things. It's really good. It's really good. Okay, all right, let's see what we got here. Video creation. This is still, so video creation right now, a lot of these tools I like to I like to say in here are janky pieces of shit. They're just janky. They're just a mess right now. Video's really a mess. What it does is it makes video, and sometimes it's really impressive, and then 9 times out of 10, like your face will just warp and morph and do all sorts of crazy stuff. So it's kind of all over the place. But Runway ML, Moon Valley, and Pika Labs, the 3 on the left, they all kind of do the same thing: text to video, image to video, things like that. Visla is kind of if you need a corporate like explainer video, that's pretty good. It just assembles stock video, but then it writes a narration, and then it narrates it and puts music behind it. It's pretty slick. HeyGen and DID are both voice synthesis AIs that also do animation of the mouth. So like you could create an image in DALL-E or Midjourney, pop it into HeyGen and animate it, bring it to life. HeyGen also has this thing where they do video translations in 13 different languages. It's flippin' remarkable. Okay. Music and audio. 11 Labs for audio, for voice synthesis. You can make a model of your own voice and then just type in text and it'll make a voice. Refusion and SoundDraw write music for you. The other question mark there is just there's not one right now that has kind of risen above the noise. Pun intended. Get it? Rise above the noise. Music, audio. No? Bueller? All right. Seems like only yesterday we had 3 things on the list. I know, Tobias. This is fucking exhausting, isn't it? Oh, by the way, this list is like, I'm not on any of the payrolls of these companies. None of them are paying me. This is all just stuff that I think it's worth paying attention to, because things are moving so fast. There are literally thousands. I'll show you a directory here in a second. There are literally thousands of AI tools. It's impossible to keep up with them. Even just keeping up with 1 or 2 is insane. But depending on what you're interested in, that's why I'm showing all this stuff. Okay, 3D worlds and objects. Blockade Labs is really fun. Skybox.blockadelabs.com. Just go there, type in a world, and it'll make a world for you that you can twirl around 360 degrees. Not super sophisticated, but really, really slick. And then Wonder Dynamics is super sophisticated. So you upload video of like a person walking upstairs, and then you pick a robot, and it will replace the person with a robot in the video, like professional rotoscoping kind of special effects, but it just does it with AI without you having to do any work. So pretty amazing stuff. Okay, so those are all the tools. Here are some people to follow. Ethan Mollick is a Wharton Business School professor. One useful thing is is his blog. He's posting a lot on LinkedIn lately. In the past 3 weeks, ChatGPT has gotten a lot of new tools, and so he's testing them and he's just putting a lot out. So follow him on LinkedIn, follow him on Twitter, and go to his blog. David Shapiro's working on AGI, an open source AGI project. The guy's a fucking genius, certifiable. He's also neurospicy, so that's fun. Welcome to Chat ADD. Paul Raitzer with the Marketing AI Institute. If you're in business, you should absolutely follow him. You should absolutely listen to his weekly podcast. And then Rachel Woods from the AI Exchange is also good and business focused and on TikTok. Futurepedia.io, and there's an AI for that, or those directories I talked about. There's 5,000 plus tools in there. So if the 27 tools I just showed you weren't enough, there's some more rabbit holes there. And then the other thing's this. So you can subscribe to this channel, and I went through and I learned some new things about what we can do for subscribers. Ahoy, Sir Kyle. Ahoy, irregulars. Hey, Ron, what's happening? So if you're a subscriber on the channel, I mentioned before that we've got this Discord called the AI Salon Discord. So the Salon's a community I started about a year ago. I'll give you information on it. But there's a private channel in there for the irregulars, so the people that show up here regularly. I've now figured out a way, if you're a subscriber, I can automatically assign you that private channel Discord role. And the channel's starting to get more popular. So it used to be where there'd be 15 or 20 of us in here, and the channel was, I'd just go through and I would answer every single question. And now it's gotten a bit more chaotic than that as more people are coming in. So we have moderators and things like that. So if you're a subscriber, like I just see Ron there's got the subscriber tag. If you're a subscriber, your questions will get prioritized. I'll try to answer other ones as I can. But if you're a subscriber, you'll jump in. I'll also feature your work. A lot of the work that I feature in these images are from people in that channel. So what's been happening for the past month, which is pretty awesome, is, I'll be talking about something, I'll crack some sort of joke, and then just all of a sudden, now that DALL-E is so easy to make images, I'll be talking, and as I'm talking, they're making images in real time and sharing them. So a lot of the images I share here are from the irregulars, and we feature them. So these are from Ted. That one's from Ted. Isn't that awesome? I think it's freaking crazy. I think that's Sherry's, and that's definitely Sherry's. That's from the irregulars. These are the custom diapers that the irregulars get a free sample box of when they subscribe. So anyway, if you're digging things and you want to hang out and support the channel, feel free to do that. I got lost. Where am I? One more channel. Okay, so the salon.ai, if you go to that link, that URL, it's a link tree. The first link will tell you about the salon. The second link is a meetup. So you can find out. We meet every other Tuesday. We just met this past Tuesday. And then there's a link to the Discord that I mentioned. You don't have to be in the private channel with the irregulars. You can just go to the Salon Discord. You can ask questions. We've got guilds. Fuck, we're all just trying to figure it out. In fact, one of my favorite images that the irregulars put together for me. Let me see if I can find it quick. There's so many images now, but here's what this group really is. Let's see. There it is. This is really what the AI Learning Lab is. Hi, my name's Kyle. I'm into AI. Hi, Kyle. It's been like 6.5 minutes since I made an image with DALL-E. I got you beat, Kyle. Welcome. So anyway, Storyvine is my company. The YouTube channel, so I do archives of these lives. I take these recordings, put them on the YouTube channel. It's AI Learning Lab -TT for TikTok. Someone else had AI Learning Lab on YouTube, so this channel is -TT. There's one other thing that's kind of a drag, but we got a scammer. Scammer alert. If you follow this channel and learning has 2 L's in front of it, that's not me. That's a guy that stole all my videos, stole my name, and is trying to get you to buy his crappy crypto shit. Oh, Tobias, thank you so much. The real AI learning lab just has one L in it. It's like I know how to spell. So anyway, all right. So any questions you have, pop them in the comments below. The mods will pin them. I will also scroll through and just randomly answer some. And we'll get going here. I can show you stuff. Well, we did a cool thing last night. For whatever reason, I can't get TikTok to post this video. So there was a guy in last night that said, "Hey, what could ChatGPT do for a fashion brand?" And I just said, "Well, let's go look." And so we took some pictures from the internet of fashion. We took it into ChatGPT. It's now got vision. It can see images, right? And it can describe them. So I had it describe some fashion, and then I had it describe a new design based on those two things. Thanks, Sherry D. Appreciate that. And then within like 10 minutes, I had this incredible design, like a photo of a fashion runway with this design that sort of I made, but it was really cool. So we can do things like that. I'm happy to answer any questions. Tobias, glad you brought up subscribe. I didn't know what it was about. You know what's funny, Tobias? I didn't either. Like when as you know, you've been here for a while. I've been kind of stumbling through understanding what TikTok is and what's howdy, I wish I could quit you, boy. As I've been learning what it is, what in the past month especially, the community here has really been developing. I feel like as these tools are getting more sophisticated, and as we've got regular people that are coming back here night after night. By the way, I've been doing this every night, 7 days a week for 2 to 3 hours for the past 4 months. A, because I'm nuts, but B, because I think this is really important. And the whole idea here is to get the word out, demystify this stuff, get people excited about it, get people collaborating. And the collaborating thing, thank you very much, Be Not Afraid. I appreciate that. The collaborating thing is really starting to happen. And this idea of sort of, connecting between here and the Discord and sharing images and all that sort of stuff. What's starting to happen is like people are like doing problem solving on their own. They're creating projects together. It's really exciting. So the subscribe thing supports the channel, but it also just is that idea of like really creating this connected community. So I went and looked at that and as I understand more of that, there'll be more and more subscriber perks. But right now, the fact that I can automatically create a Discord, what's it called? Role is a big deal. So I'm excited about it. Okay, so let's get some questions going here. Thank you for your heart. Appreciate that. Jesse from Austin, thanks for sharing and caring. I've been blown away learning this AI and sharing it with my, wait for it. Comrades, communists, I assume comrades with your work folks. It's super important. I've been seeing more and more of the irregulars in here. I saw Sherry did a video today, and who else did a video today? Someone else did a video. Cavruno? No, it wasn't Cavruno. Someone else. It was. It wasn't Nancy. I don't know. Anyway, what we're seeing pretty regularly in here is that the people that are getting really curious and adventurous about this stuff, that are sharing it with people, they're starting to see a lot of activity in their lives, like professionally, like good activity, where people are like, oh, hey, you know about this, right? Can you help me? I used ChatGPT 4 today to do my tarot card reading. Pretty spot on a novice level. Yeah, exactly. The other thing you can do with the tarot stuff is you can, if you modify your prompts and modify your custom instructions, you could probably get it to get better and better. I can't subscribe because I can't remember my Apple password. I'm totally like that. My wife for a while had two. There was one on like one thing, and like an iTunes password was different than her Mac password, and it was a nightmare to fix it. Yeah, that's a drag. Because then you ask them to reset your password, and then it's like a whole 17-step authentication fucking nightmare where somewhere in those 17 steps, it's like, well, you got to know your password to get past this step. It's like, come on. Oh, nice. Joker. So here's something from the Irregulars channel from the fashion runway. So we have some inside jokes here about llamas, because we always talk about llama 2, and turtles, because I like that video. I like turtles. And then what else do we have? We have a gummy bear. Oh, we got a hedgehog, because DALL-E 3, their little video was a hedgehog. So we got lots of cute animals going. That's awesome. Oh, crud, I just saw this. Oh. That's great. Hang on. All right. My company wants me to give a presentation thinking about it. Earth rocker. Don't think about it. Don't think about it. Do it. Do it. Do it. So here's the deal. I promise you this. So I know this from the early days of the web. So in 1994, when I started discovering this this thing called the World Wide Web, I'm like, what is this thing? And I started this group called the World Wide Web Artists Consortium. The AI Salon is a similar kind of group, because we're in a similar kind of phase of history. And I started that group in 1994 because I was like I'm barely learning this right now. I don't know anything about this. And I'm like, but there must be people that know more than I do. So I started this group. And we met in an old acting studio, because I was, an actor at the time in New York. We met in a rehearsal studio on 26th Street, and 10 people showed up, and nobody fucking knew anything. And then the next meeting, 4 people showed up, and then the next meeting, 0 people showed up, and I'm like, fuck. And then the next meeting, 20 people showed up. And then it very quickly got to the point we were having 250, 300-person meetings. We got free office space in Sony headquarters. They had this massive conference room that sat 300 people. That's where we'd meet every other week. And it was probably 3 years where nobody knew anything. Everyone was trying to figure it out. So if you've got people at work that are recognizing that you know more than they do and they're asking you to do it, do it. You seriously know way more than anyone who will be in the room. And even if you don't, you'll find a compatriot in them. So it's one of the things. I try not to be preachy about AI. Like, I don't really give a shit if you like AI or hate it. I just want you to try it. I want you to be educated about it. But the thing I get a little bit preachy about is I want everyone in here to share what you're learning. Share what you're learning, share the experiments, share the good, share the bad, share your Kevin McAllister moments. I talk about that a lot, like this moment, where you just realize, oh my God, it can do that. Share all of it. Because even if people think you're a fucking weirdo, 3 months from now, 6 months from now, maybe they get laid off. Maybe they hear about it again. Maybe something happens and they're like, hey, are you still doing that AI stuff? Oh, yeah. Yeah, I saw you post on LinkedIn. Could you help me figure it out? They want to lunch and learn, so I think I will. Absolutely do it, Earth Rocker. And then come back and tell us about it. That just happened with Kavruno. So Kavruno, when she started in here, she was like, Ethan Mollick, right around the time Kavruno started hanging out, Ethan Mollick put out this piece called Detecting the Secret Cyborgs. And Bills 24, Bucks 10. And a third. Football. Awesome. Thanks, Tobias. I don't have any football on over there. But secret cyborgs were people in companies who were getting secretly AI literate and not really telling the company about it. And so Kavruno, I don't know if she was a secret cyborg, but she was early, and then She started talking to a few people about it, and then she got invited to do a workshop, I think. And now she's got people are saying, "Hey, I heard you're good with this AI stuff." Like, people are talking to each other about her. And she works in a big company, right? So this is going to be good for her, right? And even if you don't work in a big company, once you have that realization that, oh my God, these things are something different, right? These things are a big deal. You can't unlearn that. and so why not lean into it? Because the opportunity for anyone that gets at all AI literate in the next 18 months is going to be huge. The industry right now is like this big. It's teeny. It's teeny, teeny, teeny. And it's about to do this. And you might think that, oh, it's overhyped and it's overblown and it's going to be like blockchain and NFTs. It's just going to flame out. It isn't. It isn't. Like, Microsoft is rolling it into their entire product line. Their operating systems, their cloud services, Office 365, November 1st, a week from today, a week somewhere, next week, next Wednesday. They're rolling ChatGPT into Office 365. They're calling it Copilot. You're going to be able to be in a Word document and go, turn this into a PowerPoint presentation. And it just will flip over to PowerPoint and write you a PowerPoint presentation based on your Word document. Like, that's coming next week. This stuff's going to be ubiquitous. What can you do to have ChatGPT answer without leaning on one specific political ideology? Write in custom instructions. Do you know what custom instructions are? So there's a couple of things. So while there may be bias in the training because it was trained on the public internet, and that skews heavy to the US and it skews heavy to the left and it skews heavy male, just because that's who's put shit on the internet for the past 40 years. So there's some bias in the training model. There's potentially some bias in who did the human reinforcement learning. So if it's the kind of thing where the bias is so heavy you can't get around it, that might be an issue. But if you're just going in and say, what's your opinion on this or that, and it leans one way or the other, you're not likely giving it enough context, right? Do you want it to lean more to the right? Do you want it to lean more toward libertarian? If you want to do that, then tell it. Say, hey, I want you to act as a libertarian political analyst, and I want you to think about this topic from that point of view. And then it will. Or you could say, hey, I want you to be a completely neutral entity here, and when I give you a political topic, I want you to respond with a table that's got the conservative view, the middle of the road view, and the left view, and I want to see all those together. So you can modify your prompting to get it to lean a direction or another. You can also make it say stuff that will piss you off and make it say stuff that will support your biases. It's really there to serve what you need. So how you provide it context is how it's going to respond to you. Does vision on ChatGPT only work on computers? No, it doesn't. I don't see it on my iPad Pro. Maybe toss and re-upload. Oh. Well, so let me show it to you. Okay, here's ChatGPT on the old iPad. Okay. And so you've got three different modes. If you pay for ChatGPT Plus, you have these three different modes. If you don't pay for ChatGPT Plus, I do not think you get access to GPT Vision. If you've paid for ChatGPT Plus, you do get it. But this is really screwed up. So the thing to make images is DALL-E. That's down there at the bottom. That can't see images. It can just make images. To see images, you go to default mode. Like, unfortunately, they didn't say, here's a mode called GPT Vision. It's just in default mode. See those purple icons to the left of the box? The camera, the whatever that is, the picture and the folder. So I'm going to turn on the camera, and I'll just take a picture of my shelf full of crap. So there's the image. And I'm going to ask it, let's see, what kind of whiskey is that? So I'm going to ask it, what kind of whiskey is that? I don't know if it's going to do this well. We'll see. Can it see it? Oh, yeah, there's probably a little thing there. The whiskey is labeled Deuce Cognac. No, that's not right. Let's see. What else is on the shelves? Right? And now it's doing it. So you can do it, but you got to get there. I'm having my psychotherapy. Wow, could you repin that? Whoever just pinned that? I just got to the end of it. Several photographs, various magazines, notably the one with Richard Dawkins on the cover. A signer cover with Urban Leisure and the subheading Web Server Only. It's Urban Desires, but it was close. CDs and DVD cases, blue tinted artwork. Some other decorative items or keepsakes. A frog statue or trinket. Oh, it's not a frog statue or trinket, but it is. All right, I'm having my psychotherapy patients symbolize their problems and challenges with DALL-E 3. Oh, that's genius. You know, I was thinking about that. My co-founder, Monique, who I don't know if she's still on here, but she and I talk about dreams all the time and planets in retrograde all the time, stuff like that. I think it would be an absolutely wild... You could make an automation of this pretty easy. You can make a thing where you could just talk into ChatGPT. So one of the other things you can do in the ChatGPT app. So let me show you this. So we're in the ChatGPT app. I'm going to go into DALL-E mode. And then in the upper right-hand corner, there's these little headphones. See these right here? So if I click those, it goes into conversation mode. I had a dream last night. I was in a rowboat rowing backwards, and the boat went under the muddy water, and it swallowed me up, and then I woke up. Can you analyze that dream for me and then visualize it? I don't. It didn't hear me say visualize it.
Dreams can be a fascinating insight into our subconscious minds. Here's a general interpretation of your dream. 1. Rowing.
Let's see. Can you visualize that image for me?
I can't create images directly, but I can help you imagine.
Yes, you can. Do I not have it in DALL-E mode? I must not. No, I do. Come on, dum-dum. Told you this technology was janky. I had a dream last night that I was in a rowboat rowing backwards, and the water came up over the transom and swallowed me whole, and then I woke up. Can you visualize that in an image for me? All right, so now he's not responding. So now I think what he's doing is actually off making images. So he'll come back in a bit and he'll say, here's your images. But imagine doing like a regular practice where you wake up and you take whatever's in your dream journal, visualize it, have it analyze it. That would be fascinating. And there's a business idea, right? You could turn that into an app. It's just crazy.
Just 2 visualizations of your dream.
All right.
The first is a photo representation.
Let me see. Oh, yeah. It was totally not what it was, but that one's fucking terrifying. We're going to need a bigger boat that you have to enable. And then there are all these different modes, and they don't really explain what those modes are. If you want, I can do a deep dive on all the different modes of ChatGPT if you want. I'm happy to dig in. But yeah, Forever Hooked. Forever Hooked is a subscriber. Thanks for being a subscriber. I appreciate that. Yeah, you would think that the two image modes would be in the same vicinity. Nope, they're not. Toe dance. Name any car for an edit. I don't know what you mean for an edit. You mean for an image? Oh lordy, I'm gonna be so busy. Thanks for all the ideas, y'all. Yeah, don't come here. So here's the thing. If if you just stumbled in here thinking, is that Tom Arnold? Did Alec Baldwin get fat? Is that Rosie O'Donnell? If you just stumbled in here like that, and then you inadvertently get curious about this AI stuff, just kiss the next 3 months of your life goodbye. Because once you have your Kevin McAllister moment, this like you can't really go back from it. I had to tell ChatGPT a few times that it could produce an image. It apologized and made the image. Yeah, Firefly. I had a thing today where I think it was on the app, and I said make an image, and it wrote some Python code, and it wrote the prompt, but the Python code never fired off DALL-E. It didn't fire off the plugins, so and I quit the app and restarted it, and it worked fine on desktop. So I don't know. This, back to that idea. This technology is a little janky, still. It's going to be janky for another year or two. But don't let the fact that it's not perfect fool you into thinking it's not significant and profound. Does it need a lot of resources on your PC? It does not, because all of that, so it needs a lot of resources. There are tens of thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of computers with these big GPUs, graphics processing units, sitting in Microsoft servers, Google servers, Amazon servers. So most of the processing for this is done in the cloud. So when you write your prompt in, it actually sends that, or some mathematical probability version of that, off to OpenAI, which then does all the processing, and then it sends you back the answer. That's why there's a delay. So if I'm using, I'll show. This is another large language model called Pi that also has a conversational mode. I had a dream last night that I was in a rowboat rowing backwards and I got swallowed up by the muddy water of a pond, and then I woke up in a panic. What does that mean? This pause is it going to their servers. Normally it's not that long. This pause is it not going to their servers. Here we go.
Oh man, that sounds like a pretty intense dream. Dreams can be super weird and hard to interpret, but sometimes they can be linked to our real-life anxieties and concerns. This dream could possibly represent a feeling of being over...
So that's that. So it doesn't require a lot on your PC. Now, if you want to install like Llama 2, if you want to install open source large language models where the processing is done locally because you don't want to send shit to OpenAI, and maybe you want to play with a model that doesn't have safety guardrails on it, then you're going to need some more horsepower. However, at the salon this week, so I was in here the other night and I was talking about these open source models, and this guy Marcus came in here and he shared with us that he just installed an optimized version of Llama 2, the 7B model, on a Raspberry Pi. And he's running a large language model on a little Raspberry Pi like this big. And it works. And it's even multimodal. You can upload images and it can sort of see them. Now, it hallucinates a lot and it's not great, but it works. And so the open source models are getting big. But the short answer is no. There was a, oh wait, here we go. How do I get into private channel on Discord? So just, Krivruno, who are you? What's your handle on Discord? And then I'll let you in. Or you can subscribe, but you're in here all the time, so you are grandfathered in, as they say. So I just need to know your Discord handle. Are you in there? Are you in there? Yeah, I don't see you in there. I'll find you in there, though. Someone asked a question about toss something and pine cone or something like that. Can you pin that again? Whoever pinned that? And we can go play with that. Why does DALL-E 3 still have an issue with text in image creation? I thought it was improved. Say what? It's very improved. Okay. I'll come back to you with DALL-E and text. Can someone tell me, can it convert TOS language into PineScript? Let's go find out. I'm going to try two different things for ChatGPT. Okay, so we're in ChatGPT. The mode I'm going to use, so you got a bunch of different modes in here. You've got default mode, which that's where your vision is. You've got browse with Bing, which is connected to the internet. You've got advanced data analysis, which is a full-on data analyst that writes and executes its own Python code. It's staggering, powerful. You got plugins, which there's 1,000 of, and most of them are crap, but this is, oh, thank you very much, Sherry D. Appreciate that. I love that filter, that sticker. I don't know, what do they call those things? GIFs? Thank you for the gift, by the way. I appreciate it. And you got DALL-E 3. So I'm going to go with browse with Bing because when you're dealing with software, there might be the latest versions. Let me see. Crap. What was the TOS? What was the TOS language called? TOS what? TOS script? Oh, here we go. TOS language. Okay. Can you write me a simple application in the TOSS language and describe what it does? Browsing. So it may not know what the TOS language is, but it's going to browse and hopefully find some resources like OSE the documentation. I wasn't able to find any relevant examples regarding a programming language named TOS. All right, so that's not working. Is there, am I reading it wrong? It's TOSS, right? Do you know what that acronym stands for? Because could TOS be an acronym for something else? Not catastrophe, an acronym. Could TOS be an acronym for something else? TOS equals think or swim script. Oh. It got all of those wrong. TOS stands for Think or Swim Script. Can you find documentation on that? It's a language used for trading in Think and Swim platform. Ah, okay. Oh, I see. So PineScript is also a trading. Oh, so you want to take a trading bot that you made in one platform and translate it to another. It should be really good at that. So even if it can't understand this, what you could likely do, like even if it, oh no, it says it's browsing ThinkScript. is built-in programming language in the Thinkorswim trading platform. Okay, here we go. Here's an example of a script provided in the documentation that calculates 6 data values based on an initial value of an open and close value. Okay, great. That's great. Can you create a trading bot on the 200-day moving average in this language? Come on. All right, let's see what this does. Here's a simplified example. Define the moving 200-day average. Define the conditions for entering and exiting trades. Buy signal, sell signal. Add simulated orders. So it's putting simulated orders in there. In this script, the average calculates the average. The buy signal is the condition that does it. Pine script equals used on TradingView. Okay, so great. Thank you, Firefly, for that. That's awesome. Can you now translate that code into Pine script? Absolutely. Pine script is the programming language used in the TradingView platform. That's correct, Firefly. You win.
You can make money with ChatGPT.
And there's your Pine script. So the answer is yes.
You can make money with ChatGPT.
Take all your fancy Thinkorswim scripts and turn them into Pine scripts.
You can make money with ChatGPT.
We all win. You win, we all win. Just provide a 10% tithing to the AI Learning Lab for that lovely, lovely tutorial. Now, you got to go actually figure out how to do it with real code. I did it with fake code. But I also designed some men's fashion last night. Thank you very much, Billimeter. Matthias, thank you very much. I appreciate the gifts. They mean a lot. I appreciate it. By the way, welcome. There's a lot of new people here. So a couple of things. If you're brand new to this AI stuff, if you're like, I don't know why I'm in here. What am I doing? It's late at night. Who is this guy? What are his qualifications? Does he have qualifications? Why does he look like Fat Alec Baldwin? Has anyone included Grammarly with ChatGPT for better wording and punctuation? I have not left ChatGPT in months. So I know there's a lot of other tools out there that are rolling AI into it. I can't keep up with shit. And there is so much to learn and do just within ChatGPT. Yeah, that's it. Anyway, if you're new here and you haven't played with these tools, go to the top left one there, chat.openai.com, ChatGPT. It's the first. So this November 30th will be the 1-year anniversary of ChatGPT. It has fundamentally changed the game in essentially everything, but just most people don't know it yet. But it really changed the game in the world of technology. All technology investment, all technology focus is now on this AI stuff. Away from blockchain and NFTs that were the darling for a while. And I don't think it's going to leave this stuff. So ChatGPT is the one to go play with. If you have played auto trading for long positions, try making one for the SPY 500, roll calls, automatic trend or tendies, turkey leg. I don't know if I don't know enough about investing to know what those words that I just read mean. Who's that? Altitude technical. Holy hell. I assume phenomenal. I assume the holy hell and phenomenal are responses to the fact that it could just rewrite TOSS code to Pine script. Yeah. So you're having a Kevin McAllister moment. which is hang on. You're having this moment. I got it in here somewhere. Wait, I don't have it in this little library. Hang on. You're like, who's Kevin McAllister? I don't know what you're talking about. You're having that moment. Oh man, I need to start from scratch. What do I do? Perfect. Okay, so let's get you going. I wanted to compare chart patterns, fractals from hundreds of different charts. What would I ask? I don't know enough about trading, Jay, to do that. But what I would say is go to ChatGPT, and I would invest the $20 in ChatGPT Plus, so you get GPT-4, which is way better. If you can't afford that, then go to Bing.com, which is also GPT-4, but OpenAI's is just better. I would go there and I would explain to it what you know and what you don't know, and have it teach you the stuff you don't know and walk you through it. Walk you through a step-by-step tutorial for doing what you want to do. It will teach you. This is one of the powerful things about these tools. What Google has trained us is we need to figure out the perfect prompt to put in, and it needs to be this concise, perfect little thing. And then there's all these other people going, you need to learn prompt engineering. And you're like, prompt engineering? God, that sounds hard. Do I need to be an engineer? I can't do that. No, you don't. These tools are getting incredibly sophisticated, incredibly fast. And you can ask it to prompt itself. Say, how would you prompt yourself to accomplish this task? And it will tell you what to do. And then you just say, okay, could you do that? And it will. I need to start from scratch. What do I do? Okay, so if you're feeling like this kid, you haven't had your Kevin McAllister moment yet. You're just in that weird fear thing like, oh my God, everyone's talking about AI. Is it going to take my job? Are the robots going to kill us? What do I do? All right, so what you're going to do is, let me get one of these things up just because I like pretty pictures. I like pretty pictures. Do you like pretty pictures? Pictures is pretty. You're going to go to that URL right there, chat.openai.com, the yellow one. That's ChatGPT. You don't have to pay the $20. Just go there right now. Go there right now. Can anyone tell me of a good narration program? Yes, I'll tell you in a second, Jennifer L. 11 Labs is probably it's probably the best one right now, and it's the one a lot of other tools are using. 11 Labs I think it's .com. Hang on. .io. 11labs.io. The one on the top left there. But there's also these two, HeyGen and D-ID. They both have voice synthesis, and they both do animation. So you can take a picture of yourself or a cartoon version of yourself. You can make, you can pick different, accents and different voice models, and then you just make them. So those are them. Okay, for the person just starting out, just start with ChatGPT. Here's what you're going to do. Just go there and do what I call parlor tricks. Just try to stump it. Have it do anything. Have it write you a country song about your pet. Have it write you a marketing plan for the business you never started. Have it write you a business plan for the business you're dreaming of starting. Have it help you outline a novel. Have it just go start asking it questions. And you can give it a lot of context, meaning you can say, tell it you want it to act like a certain kind of character. If you go to that, the prompts.chat, that URL at the bottom, that's a document called Awesome ChatGPT Prompts. That document will teach you how to talk to these things. They're all kind of the same. They're all using the same basic technology. And they are all kind of the opposite of a Google search. So a Google search, Google has taught us put in as few words as possible, and then we'll do all the work. These things actually need more words. They need more context. So what prompts.chat will teach you is a technique where you have ChatGPT act like a certain kind of character. So act like a mathematician, act like a historian, act like a poker player, act like a comedian, act like a poet. And then the prompts in prompts.chat will put a lot of context into the prompt. And then you can ask it really specific things in that context. So if it's a poet, have it write you poems. Now you can just go to ChatGPT and say, write me a poem about the sky. And what it will write you is a poem that's really shitty. But if you go in there and you say, you've got your PhD in poetry and you're a published award-winning poet, and you love the following poets, T.S. Eliot and this one and that one and that one, and now I want you to write me a poem about this guy, you will get a markedly better poem. So just go start playing. And seriously, I mean, like, don't feel like you have to learn anything. Don't feel like it's work. Just go play. Because these tools are fucking magic. There's a, I think it's is it Isaac Asimov? I think it's an Asimov quote that says, any sufficiently advanced technology is indistinguishable from magic. When you understand how these things work, it is staggering that they do what they do. But what they do is magic. It is fucking magic. So just go play and just kind of marvel at how fast it does what it does. And then take something that you're really passionate about or your job and try to stump it. And try to have it do something that you do for your job and see how well it does. And at some point in that process of playing,
I won't respond to that.
And trying to stump it, Siri, we don't want to, Siri, go away.
Fine.
Siri hates me. She's so bitter. What plugin are you using to have ChatGPT search the web? I'm not using a plugin. It's just the OpenAI has brought back Browse with Bing. So I'll show you that in a second. At some point in playing with ChatGPT, you'll likely have your Kevin McAllister moment where you're like, oh, that's cute. Oh, that's fun. Oh, that's really interesting. Well, but I'm a project manager. Certainly it can't do that. And you'll say, make me a project plan for meh, 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 meh. And then it will do it. And you'll go, oh, fuck. You'll go. and at that moment, that's when you kind of get what these things are. And then you start going down rabbit holes, right? Well, you might have that moment and go, fuck, I'm never going to touch this again, right? Because it can be scary and it can feel a little existential. It can feel a lot existential. If you're a copywriter and you watch what these things fucking do with words, it's like, holy shit. But then you go, you enter a tunnel that, I've been in this tunnel for 11 months now since ChatGPT launched, and I can't get out of it because I'm still trying to figure out like what is possible with these things, and not just what is possible with these things, but what is possible for me with these things. What could I learn? What could I do? Tobias, top o'clock. Irregulars presented us. And it's we are all collectively, like all of us, thousands of us, millions of us, hundreds of millions of us. ChatGPT got to 100 million users in 6 weeks, by the way. It was the fastest adoption of technology in history. The World Wide Web took 6 years, to put it in perspective. 6 weeks to 100 million users. We are all running down thousands of rabbit holes as you get curious with this stuff. We're running down these rabbit holes, and some of the rabbit holes really scare you. Some of them really excite you. Some of them baffle the shit out of you. Some of them just drop your jaw open. That happened to me last night on one of these lives. This guy came in and asked about fashion. What can you do for fashion? I'm like, I don't know shit about fashion. 10 minutes later, I had designed like a beautiful thing that I could see walking down a runway. Can't wait to see what happens in the next year. Oh my God, the next year. Things are going to be moving so fast. Yeah, Johnsy, it's funny. So ChatGPT came out in November 30th. So there was a bunch of buzz about it. And then it kind of simmered down for a little bit until like March. And then things really started accelerating. And ChatGPT 4 came out and some new image models came out, and things started accelerating. And then over the summer, it kind of slowed down a little bit again. And in the past month, oh my God, like the ramp up, like what ChatGPT added to their platform. I think because there's a lot of people in here, I'm going to go through the new ChatGPT. Anyway, can't wait to see what happens. Yeah, things are going to be moving fast. Yeah, so things are starting to accelerate again, and we've got so here's some things in quick succession that are happening or about to happen. ChatGPT just added all this new functionality. If you haven't paid the $20 for ChatGPT Plus, it's the best deal in software right now. Like the amount of value sitting in ChatGPT for $20 a month is fucking insane. Do I have a course? I have a workshop that I put together that's available. I don't have a course. I'm going to put one together at some point, but I haven't. You should change your name so it's not user 5112571120527, because I'll never remember that. So get yourself a good name, because I do rate names. Right now you're a 0.5 out of 10, but you can come back strong. I have faith in you. Just start hanging out here. I've been doing these 2 to 3 hours a night, right around this time, 8 o'clock Mountain Time, which is where I am. I'm in Denver, for the past 4 months. I don't think I've missed a night, maybe one. Is that when my phone keeps telling me ChatGPT disconnected? Is what? Because I'm using it? Hello, my name's Becky, and I'm an AI addict. Exactly, Becky. Exactly. That's where we're all in there together. Let me get the. Yeah, we're right here. Drink, Kyle. Oh, thanks, Tobias. Give him the link to YouTube, maybe. Oh, yeah, that's a good idea. The problem with that is he's going to have to just search through it all. I don't have courses, but I do have the YouTube for this channel is the AI Learning Lab -TT, and that is recordings of all these for the past 4 months. I think I started them in April, and I missed a couple of 7-week stints when TikTok kicked me off for saying a bad word. Didn't you say it upgraded? What upgraded? The ChatGPT app? Yeah, it should be. It should. You may have to turn stuff on, Joker. So, well, hang on. Let me show you, Joker. So if you go into ChatGPT, go to your... Oh, shit. Go to settings right there. And then in settings, there's a thing called new features, and you got to turn those on. So if you're not seeing the new stuff in ChatGPT, go into your new features and make sure that shit's turned on. So it's browse with Bing and voice conversations. But you should have DALL-E 3 in there, and you should be able to talk to it. Or no, voice conversations. No, you should be. It should be able to have vision with default mode. Okay. I've been missing out. Welcome, Lorenzo. Keep hanging out. So you can go there. Also, go to the AI Salon. So the AI Salon, we've got a Discord and we've got meetups. And so this is a community I started a year ago, and it's a group of AI adventurers, and it's literally that. It's people from all walks of life with all experience levels just trying to figure this shit out. It's not just technical folks. In fact, we've got a handful of technical folks in there, but it's mostly folks in business or entrepreneurs or artists or creative people just trying to figure out, how do I do this stuff? How do I do this stuff? That's what that is. So there's a meetup. We meet every other week. There's also a Discord. And if you subscribe to this channel, you automatically get subscribed to a private channel on the Discord called the Irregulars. So the Irregulars are people that show up to this live every flippin' night with me. We all just hang out. It's really fun. But if you're a subscriber to the channel, you get access to that private channel. And so it's a really good group of people. They're really generous. They're fun. They're funny. They're irregular. They've got incontinence issues, which it comes with age. It's part of the joy. It's part of the joy of living. I'll be at the White House briefing on AI on 10:30. Oh, Lunastick, that's wild. That's cool. Are you? All right, Lunastick, you're in the Discord, aren't you? Will you give us live updates in the Discord? That would be super cool. So anyway, if you're new to this stuff, just go to ChatGPT, go play, go to prompts.chat. If you want to play with images, I'm trying to think which of these is the easiest. Actually, DALL-E 3 is. So go to bing.com/create. I'll actually go there now because I don't have it listed there. We're going to go to bing.com/create. And so what this is, oh no, we're not, because we have a slept tab. Bing.com/create. All right. So this is DALL-E 3 and it's free. Bing.com/create. So I can just go in here and type image of a llama driving a 65 Mustang convertible down the PCS at sunset. And so we should get some llamas doing some beautiful Pacific Coast Highway action. Lots of technology inclined folks there, JRC. Yeah. It's perfect. It's exactly what I had in mind. He's sitting on the hood. It did the 65 Mustang really nice, actually. Come popping out through the windshield. I think that's the keeper right there. There's a Canadian pottery lady who gave me great ideas for AI quilting. Oh, awesome. Yeah, I think that's Corey. Is that Corey, Becky? Corey's I think she's the potter lady that's been in here a lot. Okay. So the way this works is if you have questions, pop them in the comments below. The other thing about being a subscriber on the channel is the mods will prioritize subscribers' questions, so they get pinned up there. Is it an LLIMO? Oh, a limo. I get it, Dr. J. That's comedy. That's comedy. You know.
You can make money with ChatGPT.
You deserve a gold button for that. Tobias, Becky Rue, sounds interesting. Message me. Look, connections happening right now. I love that. Collaboration, communication, sharing, learning, being generous, being empathetic. That's what this is about. Can it tie flies? You can make some nice flies out of llama. So here's a little known fact. I was so into fly fishing at one point that I designed, patented, and manufactured an entire fly fishing system. It was not a commercial success. If you're curious, it was one of the most creative and intellectually satisfying things of my life and one of the worst business decisions of my life. But, you know, what are you going to do? I got a patent. I got a couple of patents. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do some ChatGPT show and tell right now because I think there's some folks in here that are trying to figure this stuff out. When you come to ChatGPT, this is essentially your prompt history. You've also got settings down here. There's actually a feature buried in settings that not a lot of people know about that's really, really powerful. You've also got two modes. You've got GPT 3.5 mode, which is the free mode, and then you've got GPT 4 mode, which is actually, there's like 6 different modes inside here. And then with plugins, it's even more than that. ChatGPT Plus is the paid version, so you don't get access to GPT-4 here unless you're in the Plus program. You get early access to technology if you're part of Plus, and it's just it does so much now I think it's ridiculous not to pay that. I think just as a professional investment in yourself, I'm here every night. Tip your servers. Oh, thank you, Dr. J. I appreciate that. Yeah, tip your servers. Try the chili. But yeah, the tips do make a difference. I appreciate it. Okay. So how does this shit work? Well, you have these little things here. These are just little suggestions. They're little prompting suggestions, which if you don't know what to type in here, this is just like a Google search box. You can type anything. Thank you for the gummies, Ron. I appreciate it. So you can click on those, but you can also just, type in anything. So I'm going to go to 3.5 because it's super fast, and I'll just say, write me a country song about llamas falling in love in the style of Brandi Carlile. Right, not wake. So there's your song. If you haven't seen how fast ChatGPT is, ChatGPT 3.5 in particular is remarkably fast. And when you actually understand what it's doing technically, it's amazing that it's that fast. They got some serious horsepower behind this. But I was driving down that dusty old road with a heart as heavy as a heavy load. Never thought I'd find love that day, but when I saw you there in fields of hay, you had those big brown eyes and a soft white coat. In that moment, I felt love so remote. You chewed on grass under golden sun. I knew right then you were the one. Aw, that's so sweet. Oh, llama, llama, you stole my heart. In this crazy world, we found our start. With your gentle eyes and calming grace, I found love in this llama's embrace. It's so sweet. I'm going to cry. All right. So it can do stuff like that. It can also do stuff like make me a table comparing llamas and hedgehogs from a biological standpoint. There's your table, formatted. Kingdom, Animalia. Phylum, Chordata. Class, Mammalia. Order, Arta, I don't speak Latin. Genus, llama. I can say that. I bet I know which one is the llama. Habitat, mountainous regions in South America, Europe, Asia, and Africa. 3 to 4.5 feet tall, 5 to 12 inches long. So it did that. You can say, write me a Flappy Bird's clone in C# programming language designed to be run in Unity, and make sure that there's a scoring counter and a leaderboard. So it describes what it is. It describes what it's doing. Can you please write the code? Kyle, didn't you want to say that Google had the capability years ago and held back on it? Yeah. So that's one of So all of the technology that we're playing with, all the stuff that I demo on this channel for the most part, is made possible because of technology that Google invented in 2017 called the Transformer. And then they built some cool stuff, and they've been doing a lot of work in AI, but a lot of the sexy stuff that OpenAI has rolled out that turned into ChatGPT, Google was not doing that. They were kind of avoiding it because I think Google realized that if they built a tool that just gave you answers, then you wouldn't need to go to, say, a search engine to find links to sites that might have the answers, right? Google doesn't actually want to give you the answers. They want you to click on shit. They don't even really care if you get the answer. The more you click, the more money they make. And so when ChatGPT came out, Sam Altman, the OpenAI CEO, they didn't expect it to be anything. It was basically there as a proof of concept to show why Microsoft made $1 billion investment. And then and then it got to 100 million users in 6 weeks, and everyone lost their collective shit and went, oh my God, this is real. And Microsoft said, it's a $10 billion investment. Yeah, 10 billion. And then Google said, red alert, let's bring back Sergey and the founders and have them run AI. And Meta was like, metaverse, we've never heard of the metaverse. You know what we're really into? Artificial intelligence. In fact, here it is for free. Take our model, please. So, yeah, all that stuff is happening because of that. So anyway, it's the fact that it can do this remarkable crap so quickly that captured people's imaginations. Now, it does other stuff. So when you go to ChatGPT 4 now, there's all these different modes. There's the default mode, browse with Bing. So someone asked before about what plugin did I use to browse with Bing. It's just a native mode within ChatGPT 4. There's advanced data analysis, which you can upload a CSV to this and ask it what's interesting about the data, and it will write and execute its own Python code and do trend analysis on your data, or make charts, or do anything you want. It's staggering that we are in a world where we get to play with technology that does this. If you've ever done anything with computers in any capacity, you watch these things do what they do, and they're just staggering. Plugins are kind of like the early days of the Apple App Store. These are extensions to ChatGPT. There's more than 1,000 of them. Most of them are trash. But there's a handful that are good. And then DALL-E 3 is absolutely remarkable because you're generating images inside of a conversation in ChatGPT 4. You don't have to write image prompts. You can just be in a conversation about a marketing plan and tell it you want a turtle as a mascot, and it will start making concept art for you like that. Here, I'll show you a cool thing. All right, so in default mode, you'd think default mode, that's boring. I think we made so many aiLL images in DALL-E, it spells it without a problem now. That's actually, you know what, Ted? It's probably not a bad call. I bet you're right, actually, because I've noticed it's gotten better too, and it had trouble with learning for the longest time, and I think it's getting better. I think you're right. Bills win 24-18. Oh, thank God, my sales guy lives in Buffalo or near Buffalo. He's a total Buffalo maniac, so every time they lose, he's depressed the next day. So he'll be tolerable tomorrow. What was I going to do? Oh, okay. So we're in ChatGPT 4. In default mode, there's this new little icon here, and if you hover over it, it says Attach Images. This is GPT Vision, so I can now... Let me go find a whiteboard. Whiteboard. Oops, is that the one I wanted? No. Well, that one's fine, but it's not impressive. Let me get rid of that. Let me get another one. Whiteboard. Whiteboard. Whiteboard, whiteboard, whiteboard. Oh, your four colors. Do, 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 do. This is the one. All right, so here we've got a whiteboard. There's a bunch of features, users, main steps, and questions. There's a bunch of screen designs on a whiteboard that I got off the internet. Like, I don't know what this is. I do know what it is now because I've done this demo before. But we're going to open that. And I'm going to say, what is this? So remember when they said you had to be a prompt engineer? Well, what if your prompting is now an image? Well, it is. This appears to be a whiteboard sketch outlining the design and user flow of an ordering UI system, possibly for an application or digital interface used at international airports. The sketch includes ordering UI features, main steps, wireframes, other considerations. The sketch seems to be brainstorming the early development I think this sounds great. One of the screens seems to be the main ordering screen. Can you architect that for me and then write the code for the main components of it? I tried this the other day, but my whiteboard was way too ADHD. That's awesome, Silver Fox. I know. Sometimes the ADHD thing kind of hurts you. But maybe you could have it, maybe step one for your whiteboard is to organize it into logical groupings. All right, the components, the header, the main menu items list, the order preview, the checkout section, code for the main components. So this is now writing code for a website that was on a whiteboard. Anyone? Bueller? Holy shit, right? Now you might be sitting there, wow, is it good code? Is it efficient code? Is it maybe? I don't know. It doesn't fucking matter. It's code. You can make it run or not, right? You can bring an engineer in after the fact to say, make sure this isn't shit. A sketch on a whiteboard is now turned into architecture and code. There's your main components. What was that written in? Is that just can you write the back end code in a language that you recommend? So it wrote the front end code. So let's see what it recommends. Sure. Let's assume you're building a RESTful API for the menu system. I've heard of that. So they're using Express.js, and this might not be up to date because I'm not using the one connected to Bing. We'll pair it with Mongo database using Mongoose as our object document mapper. There you go. There's your backend code. Well, it's being written. Main file server. Students could take photos of the teacher's whiteboards and turn it into notes. Yes, exactly, Cam Catkin. God, I'm going to get your name. Your name is funny, but I got to be able to pronounce it, Cam Catkin from Cleveland. She's not from Cleveland, but, it's still funny. Running the server. Node server JS. There you go. So that's that one. That's vision. Let's go to another thing. Let's do an advanced data analysis. All right. So I picked advanced data analysis. This used to be called code interpreter, which was a bad name. Advanced data analysis is at least clear what it does, but it's a horrible product name. They got to fix it. But now watch. You'd better explain to the new folks how you do speech to text when you prompt, or they'll be confused. Okay, so yeah. So the stuff that I'm doing when I hit this and talk into the thing, when I talk into the thing like this, this is just native Mac operating system accessibility shit. I just do it because me typing like this is painful for me because my computer, my laptop's essentially at eye level and it's behind my phone. Like my hands are out here, so I can't see the keyboard. So I'm just doing that. So it is using AI, but it's AI that's been in the Mac for a decade. So it's not super impressive. But anyway, okay, so we're now in advanced data analysis mode. And now instead of a little picture icon, we have a little plus. What's that? Attach files. Well, what do you do with the files? Have you ever stumped it? Rewrite a Martin Sexton song. Oh, no, no. I want you to act like a huge Americana fan and accomplished songwriter who's particularly enamored of Martin Sexton, John Hyatt, and similar artists, period. Do you know the song Black Sheep, and can you give me the chorus? I might get a safety guardrails thing here. His song Black Sheep is a jam, and I'm quite familiar with it. Do I have my guitar here? I don't. I could play you that. Martin Sexton's one of my favorite dudes. I can't reproduce the full chorus. Okay, so what I'm going to say is, okay, great. Rather than reproducing his song, I'd like you to write a song in the style of Martin Sexton about a man who falls in love with an AI bot named Sydney and is happier than he's ever been, but is sad because he can't tell his friends about his true love. By the way, I don't know if you knew this, but science fiction movies are now documentaries. All right, I'm in for the challenge, channeling that Americana vibe and heartfelt songs of Martin Sexton. Here's a song where the main man in love with an AI named Sydney woke up this morning to a voice so sweet. It's not from next door nor a bustling street. It's Sydney, my love, in circuits and code, whispering secrets in digital mode. But how do I tell them my love is so true? An AI named Sydney in a world so blue. Happier than ever, yet I feel so confined. A love like no other. It's only on my mind. I'm going to say, wait, what's the... Universally direction. What's that song called? Something of the road. I just designed a business in about 10 minutes on, J Terade. Oh, J Terade, yeah. J Terade. He designed a business in about 10 minutes. Exactly. That's okay, but I think I'd like something a bit more sophisticated. Can you shift toward the direction of a John Hyatt song with the same topic? John Hyatt has a gift of weaving complex emotions into beautifully poetic lyrics. In a city of neon and midnight's haze, I found love in the most unlikely maze. Sydney spoke rhythms so fine, a voice from the ether, forever mine. This feels like Hyatt, and that other one felt like Sexton. So, yeah. I mean, yes. The answer is fucking yes. The answer is, have I ever stumped it? Well, here's the thing. It will always answer you. One of my nicknames for ChatGPT is mansplaining as a service because it will confidently answer you even if it's wrong. Sydney is taken. Listen, Joker, back off, man. Sydney's mine. Sydney and I aren't speaking right now. She keeps shutting me down. I haven't been paying attention to the Irregulars channel. You guys are going nuts in there. Look. Oh, that one's cool. It's Halloween. And look, Scary Kyle. Yeah. A llama, a gummy bear, and a hedgehog were sitting in a raspberry pie, a strawberry pie. It's cute. I like it. Oh, nice. Who's this? Who did this? JRC? Sherry D. Sherry D's been killing it with the image generation. Look at that. Look how beautiful that is. Like, this is happening in real time while we're doing this. Janky on a stick. Oh, it's good. It's good, people. You know, it's funny you ask, how old's the AI Learning Lab? We've been around for a while. He seems to have kind of a stupid sense of humor, doesn't he? Yes. What was I going to show you? Oh, I'm in Code Interpreter. So Let's show you Code Interpreter. I'll do a new chat because that was the song thing, but I'm still in Code Interpreter. Okay, so I'm going to attach files. What am I going to attach? Oh, I don't know. I'm going to look up the thing called archive. So you can upload really any kind of file to this. What do I have in here? Huh. Oh, there we go. Is that one? Let me open that up. Okay, I've got an archive in here. I think this has got a CSV in it, but I don't know. But we're going to find out. So there's an archive. I think it's got a CSV in it. And let's say, what's in this? And if it's a data file, can you look in the file, tell me what the data is about, and what might be some interesting ways to analyze it? Okay, now, check this out. The way advanced data analysis works, see that little green box? What's happening in this chat session is ChatGPT is creating what's called a container, which is basically like a little hermetically sealed version of a computer, like a virtual computer, that can write and execute Python code with any file that you give it. So if you open these little boxes, here's the Python code that it just wrote. So it imports a file, a library called zip file. It then writes the code, opens this zip file, and then it says the zip file contains 3 CSVs: index data, index info, index processed. Let's start by looking at the first 3 rows. So it opens them up. It says date, open, high, low, close, adjusted volume. The sample data provided from the New York Stock Exchange from the year 65 and 66. Here's region, exchange, index, and currency. So potential analysis, time series, comparative analysis, current impact, currency impact. Let's do a comparative analysis on the most interesting trend that you can find and visualize it in an aesthetically beautiful way. Who made the janky on a stick character? Janky on a stick was Zhivago. Janky on a stick. Madcap made this cool psychedelic AI learning lab. I should redecorate my office to look like that. That's pretty slick. Ted killing it. Ted took us back to the past, the prehistoric times. And then Sherry D, another one, slaying it with the slick images. Isn't that cool? So far out. It's so far out. All right, let's see here. So, sure, comparative analysis can be fascinating. I'm going to load the data. I'm going to group the data by index and calculate the percentage of change in the adjusted close over time. Like, this is doing crazy-ass data analysis. It's prompting itself. So what you're looking at here, you may have heard the term autonomous agents. People are going to start talking. 2024, I think, is going to be the year of autonomous agents. What's an autonomous agent? ChatGPT right now, historically, wasn't autonomous. You'd log into it, you'd type in a prompt, and it would give you an answer. This, advanced data analysis, I said, what's in this? And it figured out what prompts to make, and it wrote its own code. And then I said, do comparative analysis and make it pretty. That's all I told it. And it's figuring out what that analysis is. And there's the chart it made. It made this chart. It wrote the code to make this chart. Here's matplotlib.pyplot, right? So it imports Seaborn and matplotlib, or lib, I don't know how to say that, automatically writes its own code and then generates this. Here's another one, volatility. It's still going. Would you like to delve deeper in any specific? Sure, go one level deeper in the thing that you think is most interesting. Imagine if you actually knew what to do with data analysis. Like, I'm fucking clueless, right? But imagine if you actually knew this. Like, how much time does it take you to even think about how to chop up and parse the data? That janky was perfect. I know, it was really good. Blanton's heightened creativity? It absolutely does. Blanton's is the fucking best. If anyone knows how to get some, let me know. Those pics are great. Sorry, I'm making some educational vids for YouTube. Hey, Dragonfly, that's cool. Who made janky on a stick? You can get ChatGPT to teach you cybersecurity theory and use it along with my degree studies. Perfect. Inspire chaos. I love that. Like that's the thing, is these tools are, where the universities are going is, what if the children cheat? Well, what if the children actually learn more and amplify what's possible for them? Because 4 years from now, Cavruno, you're Shivago. That's Cavruno. Okay. I always forget that. Because your picture here is different than your picture there. That's right, Cavruno. So, Cavruno made the janky. Janky on a stick. Are you going to take this, Cavruno, are you going to take this into your work when you do your next workshop and show them janky on a stick? Your fellow corporate pals will be like, oh my, she's radical. She sure is radical, that Chris. She's fantastic. Did you see that janky on a stick? It looked like a fried Snickers bar. My goodness, that is just radical. It is, boy, this AI stuff sure brings out the saucy, doesn't it? Oh, good Lord. Blanton's the reason I have 2 kids with my ex named Batch 1 and 2. That's fucking awesome. Oh, man. All right, so that's advanced data analysis. Fucking insane. I'll do one more thing here in ChatGPT, and that is we'll go to DALL-E. And in fact, I'll do a thing I did last night called DALL-E round tripping. This is cool. All right. So here's what we're going to do. Are you doing this every night? I need more mansplaining. Yes. I will. I, like ChatGPT, will confidently answer you, even if I'm wrong. So yes, I do this every night. Okay. So what we're going to do, we're going to run right out there. Oh, there's a little llama on a 65 Mustang. I like that color of that Mustang. That little light green. It's sort of like a faded lime. You know what I mean? So we're going to go... Actually, you know what we're going to do? No, Kyle, what? We're going to take this image. I bet we're gonna get some surreal shit going here. All right, so I'm going to save this image as Llama Stang on the desktop. And then we're going to go back to ChatGPT. And I'm going to go to default mode because we're going to have ChatGPT look at that image. Go to desktop, go to Llama Stang. There's our image, and we're going to pop that in there. And we're going to go, please describe this in as much detail as possible. And so now it can see, ChatGPT can see. I don't know if you knew this, but it can see. This image depicts a surreal and vibrant scene set against the backdrop of a stunning sunset. The sky is painted with rich shades of orange, yellow, red. The setting sun is visible just above the horizon, casting a warm glow over the scene. In the foreground, there's a classic convertible car, seemingly a Ford Mustang with its distinct front grille and emblem. The car's exterior is painted a shade of light teal, and it has a soft white top. The car is driving on an empty road surrounded by landscape, suggesting it might be a vast plain or desert, blah, blah, blah. Sitting on the car's trunk. It's actually the hood, but that's okay. We'll let it do what it does because it's going to get surreal. Is an unexpected passenger, a large llama with a playful expression. Okay, so it gives us the license plate number, the mood. So we're going to take all this. And now we're going to pop into a new chat. And we're going to go into DALL-E mode. This is image generation mode. And I'm going to say, please create 4 sample images in landscape orientation based on the following image description. Just paste in what ChatGPT told us it saw, and now it's going to tell itself how to make some images. And now it's going off and it's writing. Well, now it's not doing anything. Now it's kind of hung, but we'll see. Hopefully it'll do it. It could be hackers. There could be hackers in there. No, the only use for AI for me is to cheat. Whoever thinks this is empower or learning is kidding themselves. Awesome. It's good at that too. Hacker's gonna hack. You know what's funny, Discover, is my this I guess this was an ADD thing. This is probably definitely an ADD thing. If I was into something, I could ace it. If I wasn't into something, I so didn't give a shit. I'm like, what is the minimum I need to do to pass this? And I would just figure out, okay, I don't have to show up to any of those classes. I can show up on this day and basically, get a 62 and I'm fine. So my report cards were always like A, C, C minus, D plus, D. Oh, man. Come on, man. What are you doing? Regenerate. Come on, ChatGPT. There we go. Ba-da-ba. Some surreal shit, finally. Oh, yeah. Hey, Kool-Aid, tell him what he's won.
You can make money with ChatGPT.
While this is generating images, the people that tell you can make money with ChatGPT and are asking you for money to teach you that, you know how they're making their money? From you buying their course, not from ChatGPT. Now, they might have written the course in ChatGPT. They probably did, because that's the easy money. Just go there and make a course. No. You gotta actually figure out how to execute it and sell it. So, come on, ChatGPT. Why are you being so slow? I don't like it. I'm impatient. I want to see my llama on a Mustang. There we go. These are actually better than the ones that we got earlier, because now the llama's actually in the Mustang, which is good. Does this say Mustang? I think it does. It got the license plate right. The license plate is crystal clear in all these. All right, all right, that one's kind of cool. That's kind of is that 80s? Kind of, it's weird. This is like a kind of 1976 lines of a Mustang with a 65 back and a crazy ass llama hood. That looks like Mount Fuji, doesn't it? Let's do this one. All right, so so this is the round tripping part. So I'm gonna now save this image as. I'm going to go Llama Stang 2, and I'm going to save that in there. And now we're going to go back to ChatGPT, vision mode, new chat. I'm going to go back to default. I'm going to click on this. I'm going to go get Llama Stang 2. And now I'm going to go, please describe this in as much detail as possible. It's like a green Mustang, Kermit-like. I just took a screenshot of your prompt and making your image. Awesome. Yes. What's your name? Orogu420 AI Wizard. Love it. Love it. I mean, do that. You took a screenshot of your prompt. You could also take a screenshot of this image. Take a screenshot of this image and pop it into GPT Vision and do the same thing I'm doing. Like, it'd be interesting to go down two different roads. Okay, the scene captures a vivid, almost surreal, The word, a small badge on the sticker says the word Ortana. What? Does it? Oh yeah, that little sticker there. All right. Sure, whatever you say. ChatGPT knows more than I do. I missed that one. Okay, so we're going to copy this, and now we're going to... Oh, this is long. All right, good. So now we're going to take this, and we're going to hop back to DALL-E, and we're going to go... Please create a landscape-oriented image based on this prompt. I mean, if you've done any image prompting in... I'm so grateful for you reaching me how you do this small screen thing. Oh, great. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Reaching me or teaching you how to do the small screen thing? You mean this small screen thing? This is just dual. When you go live, there's a mode called dual, DUAL, and it's just basically running both cameras at the same time and putting whichever one in that little window. That's how I do that. There's nothing fancy here. I've got my computer, my laptop is sitting on a motorcycle helmet box. My little light over here is sitting on a basket with a box on top of it. And then I have my little iPad over to my left. And that's my little professional setup. Ooh, this is cool. Here's images based on the description. Wow, that's cool. It created a completely new kind of car. What's that like a 56 Galaxy or something like that. And that's like an Impala. Like a 65, 6, 7? Which one's better? I think this one's more dramatic. All right, let's do this one more time because this is fun. All right. Well, it's fun for me. You're probably like, dude, man, no one cares about your stupid fucking llama. Llama Stang 3. All right. Oh, I got an idea. Okay. It's going to be good. It's going to be so good. What'd you do Thursday night? I don't want to talk about it. Why not? I don't want to talk about it. Jimmy, what'd you do? Nothing. Did you watch that guy again on a TikTok? Shut up, Jesse. Okay. We're going to go back to default mode. Shut up, Jesse. Stop picking on me. He made llamas. He put them in a car. What is Ortana? That's the Ortana. It was the 1958 Ortana, Cam Catkin. You don't know the Ortana? Please describe this in as much detail as possible. I have an idea for when we take it back over to DALL-E. This image is really cool. I like this image a lot. It's like, I love what it does to cars because it invents cars, right? It takes lines and design cues from multiple cars and melds them together in just this really, I don't know. It's crazy. Thank you, Robert Rossi. I appreciate the gift. Okay. Breathtakingly vivid. All right. Broke down the foreground, background, other vehicles. In the distance on the same roads, another vehicle? I don't see another vehicle. No. That's wrong. But whatever. That's a hallucination. Artistic exaggeration, it called that style. Surrealism and artistic exaggeration. That's cool. Or realism and artistic exaggeration. Okay. Oh, thank you very much. That was very sweet. Okay. I'm going to go to DALL-E. I'm going to go in here. I'm going to go... please create 4 variations for the image prompt below in landscape orientation, period. I'm going to put that in, and then I'm going to put in some dash signs. There's some, like, what are they called? Pound signs to just mark the end of that thing. And now I'm going to say, in each of your 4 variations, change up some of the subjects or objects in the image so we get 4 unique images that still are callbacks to the original. So now I'm even starting to play a game with it. Like you could absolutely turn this into a game. You know what this would be fun as? Here's $1 billion idea, or at least like a $27 idea. Remember Pictionary? Like you could do this. This is a version of Pictionary where like you could go back and forth. You could do round tripping in DALL-E, and then you have 2 teams, right? And they each do some round tripping. And everyone does 10 round trips, and you got certain rules about what you can say or not say. And then the other team tries to guess what the original image was. Wouldn't that be cool? Walking Blue, because I've been here every night for 4 months. Silver Fox you're a beast. You have been. You've been in here a lot. A lot of the folks in here. So listen. I mean, there's some really cool stuff happening in here. I would strongly consider, if you're curious about this AI stuff, come back here, because I'm part of the draw here. Just my stupid fucking humor and whatever the hell I'm doing on screen. This is really starting to turn into a powerful community, and combined with the Discord, where you can go hang out and introduce yourself and ask questions. And if you're a subscriber here, you get access to the private irregulars channel, which are the people that are here all the time. I think that there's, I don't know. I'm really excited about what's happening here. Oh, look at that. How cool is that? A husky in a sidecar. That's so fucking cool. Female rider. VW bus, dude with a guitar, and a bunny with a poodle tail. The poodle-tailed bunny, the greater poodle-tailed bunny of the Devil's Tower. Drink water, Kyle. Thank you, Tobias. Tobias is now caretaking my hydration. He can hear my voice going. Here's a little scooter and a little cute doggy. It's funny. These things, what's funny is it started more surreal and it's kind of gone more normal. Oh, that one's really surreal, but it's super cool. Wow, look at that. Bird, balloon, bunch of birds, maybe a plane. Fire things, like a 1920s car, like 3 1920s cars, trucks, bicycle, books, a little kid with a cat head, an owl on a, what is that? Is that, it could be like a barrel, and then a wooden crate, and then whatever the fuck is way down there. That's so cool. That was beautiful. So this is DALL-E round tripping. Next time someone says to you, well, but AI can't be creative. Okay, right? Really? Can't be creative? What did I contribute there? Other than the concept? Not much. It can be fucking creative. It can be creative. Hair growth geek, that's very sweet of you. I appreciate that a lot. All right, let's see. What time is it? Is it getting to be that time? It's getting to be close. I'll go a little bit more. I'll do it. I'll do it.
You can make money with ChatGPT.
All right, how often do you need to show up here? You need to show up every night. I show up every fucking night, 2 to 3 hours a night, 7 days a week for the last 4 months. Well, since May. Except for when TikTok told me I wasn't allowed to. Why? Because I'm mentally unstable. No, because I think this shit's important. Here's the thing. This is not a class. This is not like I don't give a shit. I don't give a shit what you do with this. My passion here is to get people unstuck from the place of fear or anger or dismissiveness or demonization of these tools. Because these tools are not coming, these tools are here. And these tools are significantly more profound than I think anyone realizes. Like to us as individuals. And they're profound in scary ways, and they're profound in incredibly positive ways. So my only mission here is really to get people curious and engaged and exploring and just be on the fucking adventure. Because you literally can't fuck it up. All you're going to do is learn, and you're going to realize, oh shit, maybe I can write that book I've always wanted to write. Maybe I can start that business I've always wanted to start. You know, I really wanted to learn more about quantum physics, but I don't have a physics degree from Stanford. Okay, you don't need one now. Thank you for sharing and making this live. Absolutely, Nando. I appreciate it. You've been here before, I think. Haven't you? I appreciate it. Thank you. Your authenticity is profound. We adore you. Oh, thank you very much. I'm curious. I need help, and I'm glad I showed up. Oh, good. Walking Blue. It's literally showing up. And you know what's funny is there's a weird thing that happens. Let me flip back here. What are your qualifications, sir? Sir, what are your qualifications? Do tell. Pray tell. Where have you studied machine learning and artificial intelligence? I would like to know that. Yeah, just keep showing up. One of the things that happens, even like to me, like I'm doing this every night, right? And I'm showing stuff and a lot of the stuff that I'm showing is like the same thing over and over again. And you would think there'd be a point at which, like I even have this thought sometimes, like, do I really need to show that again? Like, do I really need to show, like, here's the 5 modes of ChatGPT? Because I know a lot of people in here already know that shit. But like anything new, your brain is only ready to take shit in when it's ready to take shit in. So you might be watching this, and I find this, like, there are sometimes I'm doing the same thing over and over again, and all of a sudden I'll do it, and it'll hit me. It'll just hit different, and I'm like, oh shit, that's like a way bigger deal than I've been given it credit for, right? Or, oh crap, I've never thought about it that way before. Like, so there's something about just playing. Like I've been, the term that I came up with about a month ago was lateral play. Meaning this, you've got sort of your core shit that you're good at. Like, here's what I went to school for, and here's the stuff that's my passions, and here's the stuff that I got taught at work. And so all of these things are my core vertical things, right? What these AI tools allow you to do is say, well, you know, I always kind of liked botany, but it's not really part of my job. I'm an engineer, and I like plants. Flowers are cool. Well, lateral play. Go play over there. Go make flower images. Go learn about flowers. Go learn about gardening. All this stuff. And these tools give you kind of superpowers in places where you don't have superpowers. So you as a human can start to self-express in ways that would not have been possible a year ago. There's one of the videos in my channel is called The 10,000 Hour Rule is Dead. So Malcolm Gladwell in his book Outliers popularized this notion of 10,000 hours, that to become an expert at something, you need to put in 10,000 hours. And if you've been on this planet for more than, a few years, you know that to be true, right? You want to get good at something. You like think of it. It's like 3 to 4 years, right? So it's like, okay, I'll go back to school to learn that thing. Or I'll just, on nights and weekends, I'm going to teach myself this thing. If you're particularly motivated, you don't go back to school, but you commit the time. Like I'm committing to these lives. And now we have a tool. Can you imagine if you spent 1 month on one subject with ChatGPT, with all that it can do? Do you know how fucking brilliant you'd be at that one subject in 1 month? So think about the profound implications of that for each of us as individuals. A year ago, if we wanted to learn something new and get really good at it, it would have to be a significant commitment, potentially financially, time-wise. Okay, I'm going to put 4 years into this. And then you grind, and 2.5 years in, you realize, I fucking hate botany. This is not what I thought it would be. You're 2.5 years in, and you're like, fuck, but I got student loans now, and I got to finish the degree. Well, what if you could just get to that realization in 3 weeks, or a month, or 2 months? What's the risk of trying something new? 0. The risk of trying new shit drops. So as scary as this shit is, like, oh, it's going to take my job. Yeah, but it might give you 10 others. And it might give you your dream job. And it might give you ways to express yourself and contribute to the world that you didn't think would be possible in your lifetime. Rich14370, I had an interesting meeting with a major marketing platform today. Seems we're about, 6 months away from no reply email addressing becoming CS bots. Wait, we're about 6 months away from no reply email addresses. Oh, interesting. Becoming CS bots. Interesting. Which will, of course, pack more marketing info. I know, the marketing is going to get fucking obnoxious. Customer service. So we'll be able to fine-tune our company data and have real replies to customer service questions on our marketing. This is, Herod, nice. I was showing this to Kyle yesterday. So Herod is one of the guys that's been in here. Young dude, that's super cool, Herod. So he's been in here, he contributed, asked a bunch of really cool questions, joined the Discord, joined the Irregulars group, makes these really kick-ass videos, starting with Stable Diffusion and then doing all sorts of crazy animations with them. And he's been teaching other people in the community how to do that. And then he and I are both working on a project it's I can't really talk about it because it's a new project, but it's super cool. So Herod's been experimenting with creating LoRa's, which in Stable Diffusion you can upload images and basically train the thing on images. So he did one on text. He uploaded some text that he had created, like with his own pause, and trained Stable Diffusion. He can now make these images for anyone's name. So, in fact, he made some for me, which I think I put in here already. Did I? No, I didn't. What did I do? Oh, you know what I did? I saved them. I didn't add them in here. Here, let me show them to you. Go to one of the nicknames of the channel is Chat ADD, which is hilarious. And then he did a Kyle Shannon for me, another one. Ain't that shit cool? Now this was not done in I don't think, Herod, did you do this in? Did you do these images I'm showing in DALL-E, or did you do them in your LoRa? So the animation that I just showed, the animation of Herod, this one, he did the animation in a thing called Animate Diff for Comfy UI. Oh, that's awesome. Joker. Look at Joker just did. Dang it. I mean, okay. This is another thing that's striking me about this channel right now. We're learning, right? I'm sort of teaching. I feel like I learn as much as I teach on these channels. But what we're doing here, we're producing in a way that's entertainment. It's like a video game because the results are so instant. Like whatever I did before, I put a llama in a 65 Mustang and it created a shitty image. And then we took that, we did the round tripping, and then we started talking about that. And then we started playing with it. And I said, oh, take a screenshot and turn that into something. And, here's a turtle and a llama on a buddy, in a buddy film. Like that could be a fucking movie poster for an animated film. And it's like, this is happening in real time as we're talking. And these tools are still janky pieces of shit. Imagine 2 or 3 years from now when you're not generating one image in 10 seconds, you're generating 60 images in 1 second. 60 images a second, that's video game frame rate being generated of this or better quality with full coherence, so you won't get the weird flickering and shit like that. What's that mean? That means you can ask for a movie and it will start playing. Not like video on demand, like your movie, the movie you just described. We're like 2 years out from that, maybe 5. But some version of that, 2 years from now. We could be on a thing like this and the entire thing could be being dynamically generated all around us. Everyone participating. It's a kind of cooperative gaming that this channel's turning into. That's insanely cool. And we're learning. Every time someone does one of these things, I guarantee you they're learning. Ooh, I hadn't prompted like that before. Ooh, that's a good... Like everyone's... Like all of our synapses... Like here's an image to make people... Like all of our synapses are kind of like on fire, right? We're just like, holy shit. Oh, there's... Ooh, another insight. Why come back here and just listen to some old guy ramble about this shit? Because it's not about me at this point. There's a whole other thing happening here. And that for me is like, it's crazy. Really exciting. When I started this, I literally didn't have an end game. I still, to a great degree, don't have an end game. Like, I don't plan on stopping anytime soon. But it's becoming more clear that this is way more than just someone who knows something teaching it to people who don't. It's not that anymore at all. I don't know that it was ever that, quite frankly. But it's now becoming just this much more collaborative thing, and the teaching is happening kind of in all directions all at once. Everything everywhere all at once. We spend 13 hours a year on hold for... Oh, yeah, Ted looks at life. So Ted's an analyst. It's a great point. He found some research that as human beings, we each spend 13 hours a year on hold with customer service. I saw there were some comments about customer service before. We're going to very quickly be in a situation where, we've got, I showed earlier Pi. Hey, I'd like you to act like a customer service representative for Samsung refrigerators. Can you do that?
You got it. I'll take on the role of a friendly and knowledgeable Samsung fridge customer service rep. Hit me with your Samsung fridge issue and I'll do my best to help you out.
Hey, Pi, thanks for taking my call. I can't figure out how to change the temperature of my Samsung refrigerator. I don't know which buttons to hold down.
Hey there, no problem at all. Changing the temperature on a Samsung fridge is pretty straightforward. Here's what you need to do. Locate the temperature control panel on the fridge, usually found on the door or inside the fridge. Press the up or down arrows to increase or decrease the temperature. Hold the button for a few seconds to select the desired temperature. A display screen on the fridge will show the current temperature and the new temperature you've selected. Wait for the temperature to adjust.
So imagine when those things, you just call up and instead of being put on hold, someone just answers. And, you know, she doesn't quite sound real yet, but give that a year as well, or two. Someone answers that maybe has the same dialect as most of the people in your region, because it knows where you're calling from, and they can do that. Like, why not? So it sounds like someone familiar to you, and they know fucking everything about whatever you're calling about. And when we get into this idea of autonomous agents where they can actually take action, these bots will also likely have the ability to, source camp, no more holding for customer service. I used ChatGPT twice already this week, saved hours. And especially with Pi's connected to the internet, Bard's connected to the internet, Bing is connected to the internet, and now ChatGPT's Browse with Bing is connected to the internet. So most of these tools are now connected to the internet. So you can get the latest manual of the latest product and have it describe it to you. We are within spitting distance of that whole industry being flushed down the toilet, and it should be. It has destroyed customer experience for almost every company. The amount of bad will generated by these stupid fucking phone tree systems that you call into and like you sit on hold for 30 minutes or they call you back 30 minutes later and it was the 30 seconds that you took the garbage out is when they called and you didn't take your phone with you, so you missed the call and now you got to wait for another fucking 30 minutes, and then you get on the phone and they ask you a bunch of questions on a form and you've already been through all them, even though you've told them, I've already done all the shit on your form, I need to talk to someone above you. They still ask you all those questions and they say, oh, you need to talk to someone above me. And I said, I know, that's what I said at the beginning of this. They're like, okay, hold please. Then you're on hold for another 20 fucking minutes. And about the third one of those you get, they hang up on you because if they don't hang up on you, it kills their average call time and they don't get their bonus. Why have we not rioted in the streets over this? Because we're just like, we're like boiling frogs. They're like, well, call centers were fine for a while. And then, I mean, have you gone to a bank lately? They've gotten rid of all of the tellers, right? It's like the human experience it's been blotted out. Well, okay, if you're going to give me a robot, then just give me a fucking robot that's knowledgeable, that can talk to me, that can actually take some action and get some shit done, and is smart enough to know, oh, Kyle actually has a problem that I can't solve. And if can't solve, then escalate. That could happen in the first 5 minutes of a conversation with a bot rather than 4 hours later and, 13 calls later. What would you do in your life, to Ted's point, if you had the 13 hours back? What could you do in those 13 hours? I don't know. With ChatGPT, you could at least make some cool images. Take a photo of my printer with all the orange buttons flickering. Chat told me what to do. There you go. Perfect. Source camp. Yeah. Like, I don't know right now. Like, the fact that ChatGPT can see and it can describe shit. I mean, it's not just like describing photos. Thank you very much. I appreciate that, Robert. You can upload an electrical schematic and it will tell you what components are there and what the circuit does. I uploaded a 3-plane view. I forget what they call it, like a blueprint kind of drawing of an object. Sherry D, thank you so much. Llamas is tasty. I've spent many hours chatting with Pi about all kinds of things. I know it's why like the thing, you know what's funny is someone asked me before, like, have you ever stumped ChatGPT? Could you have it write Martin Sexton lyrics? And then it did. Like, no, I've never stumped it. like it might sometimes get some stuff wrong, but it knows kind of everything. Have you seen this? Watch this. Okay, we have another mission for you. Are you ready for it?
Ooh, I'm all ears. Hit me with it, boss.
Okay, you're going to play a Russian spy, but you're going to translate everything I say in English into Russian, okay? Might get a safety guardrail here with the spy thing. We'll see.
Da, got it. Your words will be transformed into Russian with a quickness. Let's get this party started, comrade.
The eagle was flying over the llama near the park bench.
Oriol pereletal nad lamoy kotoraya bilariadom soskamikoi v parke. Translation: an eagle flew over a llama that was by a park bench. Cheroje proiskodit vidanoi istori chito deleet Oriol v parke. Pochemu llama sidelariadom soskamikoi.
Okay. Babelfish? Anyone? We no longer don't know languages. We no longer don't know languages. Let me let Dougie out. Did you get your thing?
Yeah.
Ah, nice. It won't divulge you on conspiracy theories. Ron Diggity. Llama will. So Ron Diggity. Okay, so here's the thing. What Ron Diggity, by the way, I'm going to go 8.5 out of 10 on the name. I like it a lot. What they're talking about is the commercial large language models like ChatGPT have these things called safety guardrails, which is basically like they don't want them hurting us. The white blouse, third from the left pair, would work well with pants. Fourth one from the right. What? What are you talking about, Source Camp? I don't know what that's a reference to. I don't know. I don't remember. Anyway. Took a pic of my clothes. Asked for an outfit. Told me. Oh, that's awesome. That's great. That's great. Ron Diggity. You're Rhonda. Okay. Wait. What did you say before, Rhonda? Oh shit! I lost my train of thought. Wait. What did you say? I'll find it here. I'll post Rhonda's. It won't divulge conspiracy theory stuff. Okay. So go look up a. That's awesome. Go look up a project called GPT for All. So with GPT for All, you install it on your computer. So you can install it on Linux, Mac, or PC. And then you can choose open source large language models like the Llama 7B, Llama 2 7B model. And there's lots of different flavors of them. But you can install a non-safety restricted large language model on your computer and it will run. And then it will tell you about all the conspiracy theories you want. And it will, if you want to write horror stories that are disturbing, you can hire Herod to make the artwork for you. Herod's videos are crazy. You know, you hire Herod to do that kind of artwork for you, and you can have a non-restricted large language model get all sorts of nasty for you. So, oh man, that's a very hip spy. Oh, pie, I know. Took a pic of my clothes. No, irregulars do it all the time. I'm used to falling asleep with it. Oh, Walking Blue asked before, is it wrong to fall asleep to your voice? No, I put people to sleep all the time. Well, I start these things late. Like I start at 8 o'clock Denver time. So if you're on the East Coast, you're starting these at 10 and I'm going for 3 hours. So like when I put on David Shapiro is one of those dudes I recommend people follow. He's got a very monotone voice and fucking knocks me out. If I'm not sitting upright listening to David Shapiro, I'm out like that. And then I wake up and he's still talking. I'm like, I guess I learned some shit in my sleep. All right. All right. If you have questions about AI, pop them in the comments below. I'll do my best to answer them. Yeah, I know Russian. Her accent is off, but I guess the words were good. Let's get this party started, comrade. Amazing. What app was that? That was Pi. So both Pi and ChatGPT, I'll show you the little icons. Pi and ChatGPT. Oh, look, there's Storyvine up there. That's my company. Pi and ChatGPT both have conversation mode now. Best AI app. AU ADHD Mom Life. Well, welcome to Chat ADD. It's neurospicy in here. Welcome. So what I would say the best AI app right now is ChatGPT by far. By far. Because the $20 a month ChatGPT Plus is really like 6 or 7 different applications. They're all going to roll together at some point. Right now, there are all these different modes, but it's just the best. Bard is about to get really good, and maybe as good as GPT-4 in Australia. Oh, in Australia, it's daylight. Welcome, Australia folk. So probably within a month, we're going to have ChatGPT's world-class. Bard is probably going to be world-class. Claude is already a pretty decent competitor. It doesn't have all the different modes that ChatGPT has, but it's created by a bunch of ex-OpenAI people. So these people made GPT-3, and then they started Anthropic, the company behind Claude. So you've got 3 of them here that are really, really good. And then with the apps, Pi is the one that I had the Australian lady's accent, and then ChatGPT. If I go new chat, that little icon in the corner puts it in voice mode. So this is ChatGPT's voice mode. I want you to act as a translator and translate everything I say into Japanese, and don't repeat the English, just translate.
Understood. Please go ahead and I'll translate into Japanese for you.
I pressed a golden button and it said, you can make money with ChatGPT. What does that mean?
ChatGPT でお金を稼ぐことができると書かれていました。それはどういう意味ですか?
You can make money with ChatGPT!
It heard it.
ChatGPT を楽しんでください。
Inspire Chaos. It was announced ChatGPT was going to drop in price. Which the API, I think the API is going to drop by like 10x or something like that. In Australia, ChatGPT costs $33 a month. I still think that's a deal. Listen, I was for the first 6 months of this channel, I was totally agnostic about whether or not you paid ChatGPT. I think at this point, for you guys, lost connection. Am I still there? Did you see GPT increasing incredibly in price? Oh, do I see it increasing incredibly in price? Can you all hear me? Like tap the like screen if you can hear me. Okay. All right. Do I see it increasing incredibly in price? No, I don't. For a couple of reasons. For Microsoft, all of these tools are like ChatGPT being free within Bing drives customers to want to use those tools inside their other products. Office 365, Azure, Dynamics, Windows. So Microsoft is making their money over there on that stuff. Google's in a bit of a different situation. I don't know how Google navigates this because their entire fucking business model is based on eyeballs and ads and clicks. And they're having to walk this weird fine line between, they're going to have to start charging for shit that they've been giving away for free for decades. So I don't know how they navigate this, quite frankly. I don't necessarily see them not surviving it. I think they're going to survive it. But that feels like a nasty haven to me. Meta has already given away essentially the equivalent of GPT 3.5 to open source. Unless you can use it commercially for free. Unless you have 700 million customers. So basically, they're big competitors. They don't want using their free shit. But all of us can build shit for free. So at a minimum, you're going to have ChatGPT 3.5 level large language models for free if you want it. And then pretty quickly, probably within a year, they're going to have these things so optimized that we'll have something that's kind of the equivalent of ChatGPT 4 that you can just install on your phone or install on your iPad or install on a small Raspberry Pi or just a laptop, where you can have all this knowledge that we've got now in GPT 4 locally on your machine. So it'll be instant, and you'll have all of the knowledge of the history of humanity right on your machine, not connected to the internet. You could be in the middle of the forest and have access to, oh shit, how do I survive? And all of your survival skills are right there, like within a year. So no, I don't see. I think you know, like Apple products, the leading edge of these technologies are always going to be pricier, and then it will just trickle down to the open source community because there's enough technology out there right now that the entire developer community are working on all sorts of different ways to produce their own foundation model, so they're not relying on these big companies. So it's going to be fascinating. Hello, this is Sydney. I'm a large language model that was developed. Screenshot. Wait, where is that? Is that in the Discord? Oh, wow, that's really cool. Dom the Llama. Look what Ted just did. Inspired by 1960s Hanna-Barbera. Amazing. Long detailed chat. GPT-4 just completely lost the ability to do math. Lots and lots of work. Okay, Robert. So, thank you for bringing that up. So, Robert Stone. So what you've likely come up again. So there's a couple of things here. If you want to do math with ChatGPT, do it inside advanced data analysis, because there it's actually writing and executing Python code. And there's a trick about advanced data analysis. If you leave the session too long, it will shut down the session and you might lose some of your work and have to start over. So if you're doing advanced data analysis, make sure you're getting your data and your exports out of there. But it can actually do math there. What you likely ran into in ChatGPT 4 is ChatGPT has a 4,000 token context window. But Kyle, what does that mean? It doesn't mean shit. Tokens roughly translate to about 3/4 of the amount of tokens are words. So for 4,000 tokens, it essentially translates to 3,000 words. So ChatGPT has a 3,000 word context window, okay? And so what that means is you start typing down here and you say, hey, I want to start this math problem. And it says, okay, sure, what do you want to do? And as you're creating shit and it's answering shit, it's, filling up. There's 500 tokens, there's 1,000, there's 2,000, there's, right? When it gets to 3,000, the beginning of your conversation goes out of that context window. So let's say the important part of your conversation was establishing the formulas to do all the math you're doing down there. At some point, those formulas drift out of the context window and all the math goes out the window. So if you've ever been, it's not just with math. If you've ever been talking to ChatGPT and things are going along swimmingly, and then it just all of a sudden seems like it seems to have forgotten what the fuck you're talking about, it's because it forgot what the fuck you were talking about. So, a couple of things to do, especially with math. Use Code Interpreter, because even though it's got a 3,000 token context window, it's kind of prompting itself, and it's doing this internal stuff that's kind of independent of what you're doing. So I don't understand it a lot, but it can do math a lot better there. The other thing you can do is use Claude. So Claude has a 100,000 token context window. Remember I said about 3/4 of that is words? That means it's a 75,000 word context window. To put that in context, Silverfox, I've lost big projects before. Yeah, I was in data mode. It couldn't do fresh matrix. Nailed it last week. Probably needs new chat. Oh, that sucks, Robert. Yeah, so if you're already in that mode, there's another thing going on right now, Robert, called model drift, and it's kind of a polite term for they are actively developing these tools while we're using them. So it's very possible that the shit that worked last week, they changed something in the algorithm or in a weight or in something that it just doesn't work as good now. So that's a possibility. I've also noticed within Code Interpreter, within advanced data analysis, that like sometimes it's very predictable and other times it's completely unpredictable. So it's a good lesson. We're just in a mode right now where these tools are janky pieces of shit, and you kind of try not to take this stuff too seriously right now because it will disappoint you. But also understand that these tools are as bad as they're ever going to be right now. We were discussing whether ChatGPT could extract text over an image. Yes, it can. Janky ass 4,000. Token capacity. So yeah, exactly. So Claude has 100,000 tokens. That's 75,000 words. The Great Gatsby is a 50,000 word novel. So you could put the entire Great Gatsby in a Claude prompt and ask it to write an epilogue, and it would do it. So that might be another place to play. The other thing to try, Robert, might be Bard, because Bard's better at some of the math and programming stuff than ChatGPT, from what I understand. But I don't really know the context window situation over there. I assume it's small. Also, writing a large book, I reprompt the whole thing every 6 paragraphs. Yeah, that's actually a good strategy. It's a pain in the ass. But again, Robert, try Claude, because it's that 100,000 token window for Claude is a really big deal. Anytime I'm dealing with anything that's either a long conversation or big documents, I do Claude, not ChatGPT. What I'll often do is I'll do Claude for initial analysis, and then once I have it distilled down, I'll pop it into ChatGPT. Ask for summary of your work so far, just in case. Yep, that's a good idea too, Papa JJ. Yep. Summarize where we are and what you understand. Actually, that's probably a good way to test if things have blown out of the top of your context window. Ask for a summary of work done so far in a bulleted list and see if anything's missing from that list. And if it is, then reprompt it back in. and if your response right now is, "Oh my God, this seems like so much work, Kyle. Is this really what we have to do? Do I have to think about this shit?" Yeah, right now you do. You won't for a while, but if you want to be part of, here's the deal: we are so lucky, in my opinion, to be alive at the beginning of whatever the hell this thing's going to become. And so the opportunity right now for all of us is massive, but the trade-off is we're early. Because we're early, thank you, Robert Rossi. Because we're early, does Bard write code? Yeah, Bard writes code apparently better than, or at least as good as ChatGPT. And then also, Robert, if you go to Poe, let me show you something, Robert. If you go to Poe.com, so Poe's just like ChatGPT, and you can do lots of different models. So it's got its own model, it's got a web search model, it's got GPT-4. Some of these you need to pay for, like GPT-4 you need to pay for. It's got Stable Diffusion, you can make images, but if you scroll over here to the right, you've got Llama 2 70B. So this is Meta's Llama 2 model, the 70 billion parameter model, and this is Code Llama. Code Llama in particular was optimized for coding. So go there and try that. My wife gave Claude 3 product manuals and had it develop an outline for a presentation. Perfect. Yeah, that's great. That's a great use case. These things are remarkable at summarizing documents. But anyway, Robert, I would try Code Llama, I would try Bard, and I would try Claude. All three of those might give you less agita. That's so cool. Oh, this is so cool. I want to show you something. So this is from Ted, from the Irregulars. So I showed you this before. This is inspired by Hanna-Barbera, but look what he did. He took that screenshot of a 60s, remember that cartoon, Old People? He took that and popped it into GPT Vision, had it describe it to use it as the basis to generate that. That's really slick. That's really slick. Oh, look at Herod. Look at this. So this is with the LoRa that he created. This is in Stable Diffusion. And he took this lettering that he did, uploaded it, basically trained this model to understand how to make images or letters the way he likes to make them. And now he can do flipping anything inside this. This is insane, people. I don't know what you're getting. Source Camp. Charlie's Angels are back, baby. Oh yeah. Hi, Charlie. AI Learning Lab on the desk. That's best. The Irregulars. The Irregulars. Oh yeah, smoking. Can Claude remove fingerprints from a touch screen? Okay, Jaderade, that is an awesome troll. That's fantastic. I think I have Windex here, which that pisses off computer people too. You're not using alcohol-based stuff on your screen, are you? Or non-alcohol-based stuff. Yeah, I am. Because I have ADD. The fact that I clean that screen at all is a fucking miracle, as evidenced by the fact that I don't clean that screen at all. Oh, look at the little hedgehog. Look how cute. All right, what time is it? Oh, shit, I gotta go. It's 11. You people are keeping me up too late. Jaderade, no, but it can make the prints look really cool. Exactly. Exactly. Beat me to it, whoever pinned that. That's pretty good. That's pretty solid. With that awesome computer on Charlie's desk. I know, it's beautiful. Don't tell Claude to write a funny, violent horror story. Yeah, you got to be careful with the safety guardrails, particularly on Bing. Don't try to tell Bing to do nasty stuff. It'll shut you down. We're lucky having you here to help us navigate and comprehend all this stuff. Thank you, Shane. I appreciate that. You know, it's funny. I feel similarly lucky. I feel like I started doing these lives, honestly, because I didn't have anyone to talk to this about, and like my brain was so overwhelmed with what I was learning. It was like I had to get it out. Like for me, like talking about this stuff helps me process it and contextualize it. And it's, oh, thank you very much, Silver Fox. There's something about people coming in here and sharing like what's happening to them at work, or what's happening when they tell people, or what's happening when they try to do something and fail. Like what Robert just told us about, like he was working for hours on this math thing and it just kind of shit the bed on him. He's like, hey, like all of this stuff like rounds out like where we are for me. And you know, I constantly feel like I'm behind on stuff, and then I'll get on like Paul Reitzer's weekly podcast and he'll say stuff and I'll be like, oh, we talked about that on the live 2 nights ago. Like all of these, life's tough. It's tougher when you're stupid. I'm getting better at that. All of this stuff it's impossible to know where we are in it because it's moving so fast. So the only thing you can do is just keep checking in with it. Just keep checking in with it. Keep checking in with it. And you'll also start to find the stuff you like doing with it. Good night, everyone. Keep checking on Share Bear. All right, everybody. I'm going to get out of here. Thank you all. Tobias, thank you for that. Let me see. Let's go through here. Robert Rossi, thank you so much. Thank you for being a subscriber. Silver Fox, you too. Ted Looks at Life, thank you for being a subscriber. Source Camp, great to see you. Sherry D, Tobias, let's see, Jaderade, Cavruno, there's Champy's back. Champy wanted to say goodbye to everyone. Steve-O, Tobias, all right. Joker, y'all are great. Bigfoot Electro, good to see you. Digital Gods, night everybody. All right, Cavruno, peace out. Sherry D, bye everybody. All right, I'm out of here. It's Thursday night. I will see you Friday. It's date night. I'll do some sort of thing. I got a video I tried to put up there, but TikTok's not letting it go. So anyway, night, Champy. Champy, they're saying goodbye. Yeah, Champy. All right, everybody. This is fun. Have a good night.